we're at the hospital because you burnt your finger. Yeah, I stuffed my finger in a taquito. I see your little finger. Yeah, you hurt your finger, Hitty? Yeah. Yeah, I got burned on a taquito. So today was a very stressful day for us today. My little man ended up having to go to the hospital today. Oh, you showing them your fruit gummies? He actually burnt his finger today. I'll see if I can get a shot of it for you. Can I see your finger?
I farted.
You farted. See, his little finger got burnt and there's a blister on it. He's saying no, but there is. So his dad had to pick him up from preschool today so I could take him to the emergency room to deal with it. He burnt his finger by sticking it in the center of a taquito. The taquito was like fresh out of the oven. I had just finished baking them. I had just cut it up and put it on the table, and like I literally cut it into little bite-sized pieces for him, and like I put it on the table thinking, okay, well, you know, like that'd be fine. He's not gonna reach that right now while it's still hot. So while I had my back turned, this little monkey climbed up on a chair to reach the food on the table because he is very food motivated. Loves food. Loves food. So yeah, so he stuck his finger in the center of a taquito, which were cut itty bitty, and it burnt him, obviously. But the sad thing is I didn't realize that he had a taquito on his finger. So I went to pick him up because he started screaming, and I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong? So I pick him up and he's just screaming at me, and I don't know what's happening. And all of a sudden I see a stupid taquito on his finger, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, like, so it took a minute for me to get it off because I didn't know right away what was wrong. Which kind of makes me feel real bad for him. But yeah, so we went to the hospital. I have a little kit here to try and bandage up his finger. So we'll see how well that goes. So we just cleaned it, so we have to make sure it's dry. No. And he got Tylenol already to help reduce pain. So this is an antibacterial sponge or something. It's supposed to kind of work like polysporin, but it's a little sponge that's kind of like adhesive, and it sticks to the burn to help create like a second skin for him. We've already did multiple attempts of trying to get this on his finger, but he is bound and determined not to have to wear it. William, come here, honey. So I just cut a little piece of sponge, and she said she wanted to make it longer. Come here. Sit here. Let me see your finger. Okay, so you just peel off the back layer so that the adhesive part is out. And then you stick it to your finger. Whoa. Look at that. And now you just have like a little gray sticky thing on your finger. Okay, you know, you gotta leave it on. Okay. I'm too much of a perfectionist for this. So now you're just gonna wrap it in gauze. Oh, Gotta make sure it sticks on. Wrap it in gauze, okay? Jinx, back off. He did not let the doctor do this for him at the hospital, but he did let me do it for him. He just was, you know, bound and determined not to have this on. And then she says, you want to bring it? Whoop. He doesn't like it because it restricts him. And then they said you want to gently just like wrap it around his wrist to give it some extra like support so that he's less likely to get it off. So I just wrapped it around and back up. I'm just gonna cut off the excess gauze. And then we got tape, medical tape, and now you gotta find, and it just tears really easily. Just tear off a little square, gotta start somewhere, and tape the gauze around the finger. And just keep repeating that process until it's a little more secure. See if you get it off this time. Probably will. They called him quite sassy, or bound and determined, or... And Matt had to laugh because he's like, yep, just like his mom. And I'm like, yep, just like his dad. We're both kind of sassy. Makes for fun times. Yeah, he's staring at the camera. It's pretty exciting, hey? The reason I want to wrap it up at night is because he's less likely to take it off while he's sleeping. But yeah, so this is just what it ended up. Whoa, you're taking it. Taking the camera. So it just sort of ended up looking like this. Alright, you want to be on the camera? Let's see. Work it. No, don't take it off. Don't take it off. Don't take it off, you troublemaker. Well, we finally got it on. Decided not to wrap around the wrist because that's where he was grabbing it and pulling it off. So now it's just an individual finger. The nurse was the one that suggested we wrap it around the wrist. But in other exciting news,
there.
Did you go potty?
Two sticker.
You're into sticker. Good job, honey.
Oh, poop.
You pooped.
It's like a family tree. Part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Bring the funk back.